everybody, it's Mrs. Irwin. I sure do miss everybody. I came to you today to read a funny story called 17 Things I'm Not Allowed to Do Anymore. Pay close attention to the pictures because they're funny. 17 things I'm not allowed to do anymore. I had an idea to staple my brother's hair to his pillow. I'm not allowed to use the stapler anymore. I had an idea to glue my brother's bunny slippers to the floor. I'm not allowed to use glue anymore. I had an idea to tell my brother he'd soon be eaten by hyenas. Here she is reading his hand. There's his lifeline, and this is his head, his happiness, his heart, and this is where he's going to be eaten by hyenas. I'm not allowed to tell my brother's fortune anymore. I had an idea to walk backward all the way to school. Look at the crossing guard's face. I'm not allowed to walk backward to school anymore. I had an idea to do my George Washington report on beavers instead. I'm not allowed to do reports on beavers anymore. She's got web hands and whiskers and the flat tail, and she's erased part of George Washington and put the beaver on top. I had an idea to dedicate my report to all beavers that ever lived. I'm not allowed to dedicate my report to beavers anymore. I had an idea to tell the class I personally owned 100 beavers. I'm not allowed to say that I own beavers anymore. You can see where she's written sentences in the back. I don't own beavers. I really don't own any beavers. I had an idea to show Joey Whipple my underpants. I'm not allowed to show Joey Whipple my underpants anymore. I had an idea to set Joey Whipple's shoe on fire using the sun and a magnifying glass. I'm not allowed to set Joey Whipple on fire anymore. I had an idea to walk backward all the way home from school. Look at her face of the crossing guard. I am not allowed to walk backward home from school anymore. I had an idea to freeze a dead fly in the ice cube tray. I am not allowed to make ice anymore. I had an idea to wash my hands in the dog's bowl before dinner. I am not allowed to wash my hands in the dog's bowl anymore. I had an idea to give my brother the gift of cauliflower. I am not allowed to give the gift of cauliflower anymore. I had an idea to order a different dinner from my mother. I am not allowed to pretend my mother's a waitress anymore. If you look in the background here, she's writing it on a ticket like she's at a restaurant, and the entrees are posted behind the mom's head. I had an idea to tell the sad story of a mother who fell into a volcano. I am not allowed to tell sad stories about volcanoes anymore. I had an idea to pretend I'd been struck deaf when I heard, "Go to your room." I am not allowed to pretend I've been struck deaf anymore. If you look in the corner, it's got the sign language for not allowed to pretend to be deaf anymore. I had an idea that I might run away to live with the kind and happy beavers. I'm not allowed to talk even a little bit about beavers anymore. I had an idea to say the opposite of what I mean, to trick everyone. I'm sorry. I'm allowed to say the opposite of what I mean forevermore. If you look behind her back, she's got the stapler she started the story with. I hope you enjoyed our silly 17 Things I'm Not Allowed to Do Anymore book. I hope to see you all soon. I miss you all. Have a good night.